met. She hit her, broke it down, she a wreck. They saying more, you better than the rest.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking a field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Caleb Farley there on the tackle. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. To throw on 2nd and 6. Eason. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Darius Slayton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
From the 25 on second down, Eason going for the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Cam Farley. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Eason. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To Ross.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play action. It's Eason. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 36. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21 to zip. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the... Eason gets hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, Eason. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good
touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Eason. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Eason off the play fake. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily...
Touchdown! And that's caught at the 2. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going deep downfield for Ross.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. Touchdown, Jaguars. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Back to throw here. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
He'll look to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Pulled off by Caleb Farley. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. It's coming this way, here we go.
They'll set up to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 8. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
You wonder with any receiver how they'll handle working over the middle of the NFL, especially with a young receiver. They tried it there to no avail.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They run the counter now on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, he kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard. We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Four down, four down, four down. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. You're trapped.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. 19 tight, 19 tight.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
You got nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Mike 3. Mike 3. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It's our time. 0-0, Mike.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Catch made by Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 54 yards. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
They'll look to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with football at the 35-yard line. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead, Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Shift. Switch. Check.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials. And he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
60 red. Go. Back 38. Yellow. Back 38. Let's go. 38's the mic.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
On the counter, Etienne.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A handoff for Etienne.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Collins. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Collins. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Looking to throw. Collins.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and... knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Collins. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 4.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
They're going to keep it on the ground, and he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
taken at about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he can't field it cleanly. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
They'll get this off to Etienne.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down and 8. Here's a give to Etienne. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Hey, we got 3 down. Shift.
Throwing is Collins from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5.
And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.